Forgive me, y'all. You know, listen, I'm low tech, high check. So don't get mad at me, y'all. You dig? So we try and work it out. Let me invite my people. Yeah, let me invite my people. Let them know we live in effect. Takeover Tuesday with yours truly, Mr. Damon Meadows. Listen, y'all, I got a special guest that's coming on the line. Let me get my people back on here. Yes, here we go. What's going on, y'all? Bear with me. Y'all know I'm low tech, high check. Y'all know what it is. What's going on, people? Uh-oh, come on. All right, here we go. What's up, y'all? I don't know what it was switched up on me, y'all. So listen, I got a very special Takeover Tuesday for y'all. But let me give y'all, before my special guests come online, I want to run back the phenomenal year we have been having with Karatbars so far. Let me just go briefly about just recapping on where we at so you'll understand why I'm so excited about bringing Thomas on today. February of 2018. I don't know why my thing look fuzzy, y'all. All right, anyway. We did our pre-launch for ICO. Now listen, remember what ICO means, fans, or initial coin offering. Remember, the United States, we couldn't involve ourselves with cryptocurrency ICOs. So what happened? Karatbars, Mr. Harold Sykes, when he launched the ICO, he gave affiliates in Karatbars an opportunity to buy the ICO, meaning he gave it to us first. Jan Rowe, get with me after this live, bro. It's real important. Now, in March, we launched the ICO, right? In April, we launched the first exchange. You understand? We was literally on the first exchange. Then in May, listen what I'm just telling you in May what happened. We secured 120 kilograms of gold in the safety vault in Swiss. 120 keys. Y'all understand what's going on right here? So now, check it out. Also in May, it was the gold mine in Madagascar. $900 million worth of gold. Listen what I'm trying to tell y'all, how secure our coin is. Check it out. Then, in June, we were on 3 acceptance partnerships. So, understand what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to tell you how serious this is. Then in June, we hit one of the top 10 crypto exchanges, was HitBTC. We was on, that's one of the top 10 exchanges in the world. Then, in July, the 4th of July, it was True Independence Day. Why you say that, Mr. Meadows? I say that because we launched the first fully licensed cryptocurrency bank in the world. You understand that? In the world. Right here, Karatbars. The Karat Coin Bank. First one in the world. Then, in July, we was listed on CoinMarketCap.com. So I wanted to give y'all a brief overview before I bring my friend, my partner, Mr. Thomas Frazier, online. Let me see if he's there. Matter of fact, I do see him. Let me go ahead and invite my man on this line so he can come on. Thomas, why is not allowing me to add you, bro? Yeah. Try again, Thomas. Because I see him on my live. Uh-oh, there we go. I just seen you. Here you go. No, but it says no ad. Thomas, what's going on? We just tried to do that. I don't want my man to be missing this. I don't know why it's not allowing me to add you, Thomas. Let me see. We'll try to add yourself, Tom, so we can go ahead and get this thing cracking. Because I know that people want to hear about Crypto Cash Nation. Listen, y'all, I got a treat for y'all today about a crypto education platform that we have. It's called Crypto Cash Nation. And me and Mr. Derek Brown was on the phone with Mr. Thomas all night long because we really want to give a solid platform for people. Thomas, there you go right there. Can you add yourself to my live? Because when I see your name, it doesn't say add to the screen for some reason, and I don't understand why. Could you try to add yourself to my live? We should have tried this before, huh? Listen, y'all know I'm low tech, so don't get mad at me. Let me see if we can go ahead and bring Tom and send. Tom, why is not doing that? I got everybody named but yours, bro. Do you got me on your friend list? Because I got everybody name on here I can add but yours. Yeah. Okay. Why is not doing that? Bear with us, y'all. We just going through a little technical difficulties. Let me see. Allow my viewers to request to join. Okay, bam. I just did that. It says allow my viewers to request to join. Bear with us, y'all. I'm trying to see if Russ can come on, Tom. Because I don't see it, like, literally, bro. It doesn't allow me to push the word add by your name. So let me see if we can do this another way. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all, because y'all don't want to miss today's live, because we're talking about something that's truly phenomenal, about what we all need. And while Thomas is trying to add to the screen, let me just break down on why I'm choosing Crypto Cash Nation. Because as I told y'all, prior to Karatbars launching an ICO, I was oblivious. What's that word? Oblivious to cryptocurrency. I was totally against cryptocurrency because I believe in physical gold. So I was against anything that was, it was like, man, I'm going to spend my money in something that's not even real. But until Mr. Harold Seitz came out with our Carat Gold coin, because it's backed by physical gold, it was a game changer to me. Because now it's not just a memory or a thought or an idea. It's literally backed by physical gold. Remember when Mr. Harold Seitz, in less than 12 months, he's going to make sure every one of our coins are at least backed by 1/10 of a gram. This is 1/10 of a gram of 24 karat, 999% gold bullion. So, being as though that, like you and I, we've invested in all this cryptocurrency, it's only right that we protect our investment. What do you mean by that, Mr. Meadows? We're protecting our investment by what? Learning about cryptocurrency. So this is why Thomas and Crypto Cash Nation is so important, because they're going to give us the tools that we need to learn about our investment, to learn about different coins, to learn about the Carat Gold coin, to learn about the Carat Bank coin. You understand? And guess what, y'all? Thomas and Russ are affiliates of Karatbars. See, I didn't want to go outside the family. I didn't want to deal with a company who really don't have no interest in Karatbars, in the KBC, in the KCB, because it was just, they just want our money. I don't want to do that. Me, I want somebody that has my best interest, who believe in what I believe in, who going to give me my best interest, because their best interest is in the heighten of our coin. You understand? So with Crypto Cash Nation, Crypto Cash Nation, they are affiliates of Karatbars. Matter of fact, Russ had one of the biggest organizations in Karatbars. So I'm excited to have him on right. Oh, there you go, Thomas. Hold up. There you go, Thomas. I see you right there, brother. There you go. Here you go. Come on, man. Go. Add my brother to the screen. Here we go. Come on in, bro. And I hope your Wi-Fi is strong enough, bro.
I'm sorry. I think I might have had to move myself somewhere Wi-Fi. So
strong enough. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Man,
I guess afternoon out there.
How you doing, man? I'm super. Now listen, hey y'all, why he gotta go by the lake and do the live and make me look all bad because I'm in the house, huh?
It's too beautiful to be inside right now.
Oh,
this Okanagan weather is absolutely gorgeous right now, and I worked an entire life to be allowed to be wherever I wanted at this time of day, and before it used to be doing things I didn't want to do. So I'm pretty happy to be here, brother.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You will forgive me, I'm sure. Thank you.
But listen, y'all, I really want to get out the way because I really want Mr. Frazier to literally give y'all the gist of what's going on, about how excited we are about Crypto Cash Nation. But first and foremost, not only is this man a multi-millionaire, made millions in network marketing companies, I'm going to let you talk about, listen, when I tell y'all he's one of a kind, he's truly one of a kind. So for the people who don't know as much as I know, Thomas, can you tell me who is Mr. Frazier?
Wow, that's a loaded question. I think we could go on forever. I guess the best way I would like to explain myself, I guess from different points of view, I can imagine how it could be described. But someone ever in search of freedom, and I think that's the best way to put it. My entire life, I was looking for different levels of freedom, and that really hasn't stopped. Some of the things that I push hard to find certain levels of freedom in life actually turned into the exact opposite. As you well know, both of us had shared some past experiences that way. But through some of the downfalls in life, we learn maybe more about what real freedom is. And that's kind of a part where how we got onto this journey. Networking to start with, I think, but for me, a happy life is something where, you know, the family's fed. We can do we can do the things that we want to do. And most importantly, besides that, is we get to share that with our friends.
Yes.
You know, you said I've done well. I've lost probably more than I've made in my life. And at the heights of luxury or expenditures or being able to do well, one of the biggest things I learned was it's no fun if you're up at the top by yourself.
Yes.
You know, and it took me a while to figure that out. Growing up the way I did, I always wanted to bring everybody with me, but many of the applications, many of the opportunities that I had, I found myself having to be a singular person moving forward. And you know, we're fighting to have what we have, and we're trying to find a path. And we get there, and we realize it's no fun if we're the only person who can go on vacation.
Right.
If we're the only person that can take the wifey out for dinner, or spend an afternoon at the beach, and you're looking around and all your friends are at work.
Right.
You know, and it was a big thing. You know, it was a big thing for me to realize. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I'd had many brick and mortar businesses, which actually ended up into less freedom than maybe some of the jobs I had.
Yes.
But the biggest thing that I've learned, and I think one of the biggest parts of what makes my life fun now, fulfilling now, is finding ways that everybody can come. You know, everybody gets to be a part of things. Everybody can win, and not just on the participation level. Finding the tools, building strategies, finding the momentum that means that anybody that wants to participate can come with me.
Right.
So at the end of the day, what's Tommy? Who am I? I'm a guy that's looking for freedom. I've found some levels of it right now, and I'm looking for more. And I think that was one of the most exciting things about meeting you. I seen somebody else that understood the value of freedom as much as I did, from the levels that I did, and you know, maybe we grew up a lot the same. We've experienced some of the same things in life, so our values are very much the same.
Yes, sir.
One of the biggest things that you'll hear me preach out there, lifetimes, it's different car, but we're on the same highway. You see so many people out there in life or in networking, and you know, they don't support each other, or they're negative because somebody's in a different company. You know, you and I have been supporting each other since we've met each other, and until now, we've never had a time to, an opportunity to actually work together. But we've always been supporting, and it's because we might not be driving in the same car, but we're enjoying the same highway, and I think that we're heading towards, the same city, and again, that's freedom, and not just for us, for all the people around us.
Yes.
And I think that, I think we found some of the right opportunities to kind of to work towards that right now.
Absolutely.
I'm excited, brother.
Me too. Now listen, for the people, because I got a large audience, man. They're ignorant like me, most of them, and we just don't know about cryptocurrency. So being that you're one of the owners of Crypto Cash Nation, what made you guys create Crypto Cash Nation?
Absolutely. And let me clarify something for a second. What's really cool about Crypto Cash Nation is we're a co-op. So all of you guys participating will be owners. There's
Wow.
there's four administrators,
Wow.
actually five. Five now. We've got five administrators. So we built the company. We own the company that's managing the co-op from the outside. But since it's a co-op, all of you will actually be part owners of the co-op. That keeps us
Wow.
compliant. It gives everybody incentive to to do good business. Everybody's talking about build hard, work hard. I want that, but more importantly, I want people to do good business. If we do good business, we don't make false promises. We teach people properly. We've got a business that's going to last a lifetime. And I've been in a lot of companies that have said that before, but I didn't have the control being one of the people that built it, that are in charge of daily compliance. And now I am.
Right.
So I believe that's going to be there. So I have my wonderful tag right now would be more administrator. There's five administrators, and I am an owner, but all of you guys are owners.
Yeah, can you stress that a little bit more, Thomas, about the co-op? Because I really don't have a clear understanding about that as well.
Neither did I. That was one of the most exciting things. This company actually was a different company to start with, or a co-op to start with, and again, I'm sure that we've got a bunch of questions, and you'll see me overlapping all the time, but I get excited about this. You'll have to forgive me. When we had found this co-op, Russ and I had just finished or had just participated in 7 different opportunities over about a year and a half.
Right.
Both of us were product-based. He was Forex also, but product-based leaders in the industry for years. I've been professional for 3 years now. But when I seen cryptocurrency, I was just so excited. It'd been something I'd heard about right back from the days of Silk Road. Right. I was actually working on a movie and Netflix series at one time called Silk Road. I got to do some acting in that. It was really exciting. So when this stuff came out, I thought this was interesting. My whole life, the whole reason why I was I'm still into gold and silver, was finding opportunities to stay outside the banks. And a lot of people, when they say that, they're like, oh, well, is that because of your past, because you want to stay out in the dark side? No, I just don't want somebody. Well, no, it's a good question though. Right. It is a good question, but no, I don't want somebody having control of the funds that feed my family.
That's right.
We all seen of what the banks have been doing around the world. They can rise, they can fall, they can manipulate. They take your money and make percentages on a daily basis. Absolutely. Leveraging your money. Have you ever actually had a decent amount of money? It took me a long time to actually have liquid cash in the bank, but I remember the first time I went in there and I asked for it. Well, it wasn't there. Why wasn't it there? Wow. Because they take our money and they invest it on a daily basis, and they're getting a high percentage payback on a daily basis, and then they give us, if we're lucky, 1%. 1% a year, and after we go through all the fees, we're getting nothing.
Yes.
And the more I thought about that, I was like, well, that's not where I want things. So I bought gold, and I buried it in my backyard. I bought silver, and I hid that under my bed. When I found carat bars, I was like, that answered one of the biggest questions I thought. When I first bought a gold, I was buying one ounce little bricks, and I thought, well, man, the next time I go down there, if the apocalypse comes and I head down to the downtown to go buy myself a chicken for the family, and I pull out this 1 ounce thing, somebody's gonna clip me over the head, and they're gonna take my gold.
Yes.
And then of course, carat bars came out. Carat bars had a way to bring it down to smaller bits and pieces. I had something that I'd actually be able to spend safely. So that's what got me excited about that. So when I heard about cryptocurrency, I was like, okay, we've got this. A lot of people that don't know, but I'm an entrepreneur, so I work globally in venture capital. And one of the biggest problems that I seen was being able to transfer money across the world. It takes a lot of time. It costs a lot of money. There's a lot of things and a lot of paperwork we got to go through. And through cryptocurrency, we were able to shore that down. We weren't waiting, and some of the great wonders of the Okinawans are healthy people everywhere. We're able to do business globally, and nobody was able to stop us. So I thought, okay, this is something the banks isn't manipulating. Eventually, we all know the banks are going to catch on, and they are now, and they're getting behind it, and that's good. As long as they stay compliant. But the cool part about it is we don't have to put our money, we don't have to put our funds into a fiat currency that they can control, they can hold, and they're making money off of.
Yes.
So that made me really excited. So about a year and a half ago, I embarked, and of course, myself being a networker, instead of starting with trading, I started joining opportunities. Some of the companies probably didn't start off as a good company. Some of them started off as amazing companies. Unfortunately, a lot of them were handing out 1%, 2%, 4% a day profit margins.
Yes.
You know, we all know them. A lot of us here have been on them and been stung by them. And again, some of these companies did start off on the right leg. They were trying to do good things. Myself, I got to keep remembering, I call him my life partner, but he's my business partner. He always gets afraid. And he grabbed me last summer when we were in the middle of a couple opportunities. He said, "Look, I'm looking at these numbers, and if Bitcoin goes up, we had kind of started our journey around $1,100 a Bitcoin Canadian." And he said, if these numbers start going up anywhere over 3,000 or 4,000, he said, none of these companies are going to be able to sustain this percentage promised. He's like, they're all going to fall. Right. And unfortunately for us, you know, I'm a top recruiter. I was a top recruiter in my company for 3 years from right out of the gates. So that means I can bring a lot of people on the journey with me. The downside to that is if you bring people into an opportunity that falls, you might get your money out because you're the first in, but all your friends, all your family, all these people that trust you end up losing their money.
Right.
And that's what we've seen happening over and over and over again. We reached out to each company owner last year for probably about 6 months straight, and we said, look, this is what's going to happen. You're not ready for the rise of Bitcoin, and it's going to happen. What happened December of last year? $25,000 Canadian. All of the companies fell. All of them, even the ones that weren't Ponzi's, turned into absolute Ponzi's because they couldn't. There's no way to survive if it wasn't other people's money, if it wasn't just off of paying people out from new people coming in. Right. So if the company slowed down, they fell. What I realized by December is the only money that I was making in the cryptocurrency space that was safe was the stuff that I was trading myself. And I'll remind you quickly, you know, people will be, because of my affiliation with the company, it's because of building something as amazing as Crypto Cash Nation. You know, you'll hear it, Tommy's a crypto guru. Oh no, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. And if I did even know enough to really respectfully trade, I've got, you know, multiple businesses. I've got huge teams to worry about. I don't have the time to go through white papers, to have the business relationships that somebody needs to be successful, to have a proper guess, because that's all we can do.
Right.
And what ICO is coming up and which one's going to be good. So what I lucked out was Russ, my partner in pretty much every business opportunity I do, used to be partners with a fellow, and that's Crypto Z. Right. Crypto Z was an expert in the Forex market. Him and Russ taught for years. Built over a $20 million company, brought a lot of people out to really, you know, great success.
Yes.
And when they parted from that business, Crypto Z got into the crypto market early, and he did really, really well. When we'd got in contact with him, and this is not typical, and you got to remember it was in a bull run of a market, but you know, the fellow had pulled 4,000% in 1 year. Wow. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. And you know, with the markets we have right now, I don't know if it's anything that we could ever aspire to, and nothing he would ever promise. But he did that, and it absolutely inspired me. So we started reaching out to Crypto Z, and we're like, hey, like, we want to get serious about this, and we'd like to start trading. And you know, what's your opinion? And you know, he's always been very humble. He's always been very humble, but he's also helpful. Right. And he would never ever tell me what I should do. All he would do is say, look, I've got into this one for this reason. I believe I'm going to get into this ICO or this new offering because of this partnership that's going to come up in a month. And I believe, you know, we're going to ride out to this part. And I slowly started learning. The only problem with learning something new and having success in it is you want all of your friends to have the same success.
Absolutely.
You know, a couple of months into that, I realized I was spending more time trying to explain to people, you know, or share with them what Z was doing, going through the simple things like, How do you open open a Bitcoin wallet? How
Yeah,
do you open a Poloniex account?
like you was
How do you
helping me
open a
last night.
KuCoin? Yeah, brother. So imagine the time that we spent last night just going over a couple simple things. And imagine you've got thousands of friends that you want to see have success, and you want
Absolutely.
to make sure that I mean, when we're dealing with cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, we got to teach them the importance, because if they shift that money and they've got one thing wrong, it's gone forever.
That's right.
And so it's not a game. It's something we have to make sure that we're doing right.
Yes.
So it almost ended up being the perfect storm. We had Russ and I being professional networkers with very large teams. We had CryptoZ out there just killing it in the market and being very helpful. We had a large group of friends that wanted to get into the market. We didn't want to pull them into any more of these opportunities before. Everybody was always asking, what's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? And it was like people were fearless. 5 opportunities of getting stung. And they loved cryptocurrency and the idea of real freedom
Right.
so much that they were ready to just give it a try. They're just like, it's worth it. It's worth it. We want to operate. And the biggest thing we realized was we were kind of breeding ignorance. All the opportunities that we got into, it was great. We put our money in. Most of the time, we didn't even have to buy Bitcoin. You bought with a credit card. You put your money in. They promised in 150 days that you were going to get a certain percentage of your money back.
Right.
Well, nobody understood how to open up an account. Nobody understood any psychology of trading. Nobody understood, what a Bitcoin wallet was. We didn't really know anything. And everybody, they're on Facebook and they're cryptocurrency experts and they're bragging about cryptocurrency every day. I was one of them. But the reality is they had no idea how to fish for themselves.
Right.
They had no idea.
Right.
They had no idea of what, the idea of, hodling was. They had no idea of when it was time to leave.
Yes.
People get excited and things start running up. And they hold past when they should, and they miss the drop. They're the shake of the tree like they're doing right now. I mean,
Right.
Bitcoin, the powers that be right now, the only type of manipulation you'll see in the crypto market was there's only so many Bitcoin out there, and the people that have large money have finally realized that. And what are they doing right now? They dump, and they dump, and they dump, and they drop the price. So everybody that wasn't ready to hodl, the people that weren't ready to hold for the long haul, what do? They get scared because it's their life savings.
Exactly.
They get scared because it was their summer money. So what do? They dump it. And because it's a commodity, it's because it's something that isn't endless. What happens? The people with a lot of money, they buy it up, and then
Right.
the price goes back.
Exactly.
So we were able to realize that there was all these things that Z could put together, that we could put together, and we'd be able to teach people. And most importantly, at the end, we realized that if we built it ourselves, it would be safe. We were not going to be in a position where we got greedy and we started making choices that were money above people.
Yes.
We weren't going to do things where we were trying to speed up growth when we knew we weren't ready just because we needed a paycheck. We're builders. We could do that ourselves.
That's right.
So that's kind of where it started. We just woke up one day and we said, look, I want to keep participating. I'm not ready to give up. I want to be a part of this. I know that my friends are always going to want to come, and they're going to make me feel guilty if I don't bring them with them. But I'm not willing to take them in an unsafe place again. There's no way. This is not happening. We need to build a safe place to operate. We need to make it so everybody can win, and even a caveman like myself can do it in an educated way. So that's the reality of it. I'm not a techie person. You and I are very close to the same when it comes to tech. I'm a people person. I love people.
We got Russ on the line too. Russ just said,
nice.
Yeah, Russ said if we build it, they will come. Fill the dreams. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, brother.
Go ahead. What'd you say, brother? You're kind of breaking up. Let me see.
Oh, no. Ask away.
Okay. Yeah, I was going back to what you were saying about to make it real. One thing I like to make it real plain to people. You answered the question, but let me give you a prime example about, because like you said, you was helping me last night. I didn't know how to open up certain wallets. I didn't know how to exchange my money. I sent Derek some money in like a second, y'all. So
Hmm.
everything he's telling you, he showed me just the small things last night, and it blew my mind because I said, hold up, I got a lot of money invested in these Carabar coins. I got a lot of money
Yeah.
I may invest in
Yeah.
Dash coins or another coin, and I'm into
Yeah.
cryptocurrency. And Crypto Cash Nation has literally given me the platform to become a student, and
Yeah.
that's the most important part. So give us some of the success that people are having using CCN. That's for Crypto Cash Nation. You with me? You froze up on me, bro. Hold up. Let me see something, y'all. I think you froze up on me. I can't see you moving for a minute, Thomas. All right. Maybe you got to move around or something. You froze on me, bro. Okay. Hopefully we can get him back. He kind of like froze on me. He walking around. He's showing off, y'all. He by the beach. I mean, by the lake and all that. No, that's my man right there. But hopefully exit you out. Come back. Okay. He gonna come back in, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, y'all. I'm telling you, this opportunity to have a man of his status on my live feed. I got his business partner Russ is up there. Hey Russ, if Thomas can't come back on, I want you to come on as well, Russ. So you know we can, because I want the people to understand what we're offering here with Crypto Cash Nation, and ladies and gentlemen, is only $15 a week. Let me tell you something. And they have a system where if you get two people to join, you don't even gotta come out your pocket. Hold up, here he come. Okay, here he come, y'all. Okay. Okay, we coming back. He's coming back.
Okay.
There you go, bro.
I apologize. Again, being non-techie, I guess when somebody calls me, it kicks me out of live. I know.
Okay.
I tell you, people, it's very good that I have nothing to do with the back end. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that I have the partners that I do,
Right.
because we'd be in rough shape. We'd be in rough shape. So as I was getting to the successes, you know, I think most people would expect somebody coming on there and such made X amount of dollars, and this person kind of made this percentage. We've got some great stories like that, but I think our greatest successes are this. In the beginning, we were hoping that we were going to be able to have an even amount of two different types of people. And so far, it's worked out that way. That's the biggest success for us.
Gotcha.
We've got people like myself that were networkers, whether they're a professional networker or somebody just getting started. They came on, they seen a safe opportunity, they seen, you know, a space that they wanted to operate in, but weren't sure if they could. Over the last 2 months, we spent so much time. Like, if you get into our back end and go to the community tool chest, we've literally made hundreds of videos.
Yes.
Everything is how to.
Last night.
You know, when we were going through that, and that was for multiple reasons. One, we want everybody to have success. Two, Russ and I didn't want to spend 24 hours a day on the phone because we're already doing 18, and I don't think we can. You know, and it is simple though. Most people don't realize, again, all the folks that have been in the cryptocurrency space the last 12, 14, 15 months that are networkers, most of them don't know anything really about cryptocurrency. Right. They don't know anything about actually having their wallet. They don't know about 2FA. They have no idea of how to hop onto a platform or any of that stuff. And it's not their fault. It's because the opportunities out there were created that way. And I'm not out here to name companies or put down anything. I commend anybody in the crypto space that's trying. But the reality is, it's bred ignorance. It's truly bred ignorance. And a lot of it was because if you keep people in the dark, it makes it easier to shake this magic wand, this magic stick, and say, such and such bot, give me a signal, and you're guaranteed 4% today. The math just doesn't work. It doesn't. And if you understand trading at all, eventually you're going to see that isn't so. And if you create an opportunity where people can just buy in with a credit card, they put their money in and they wait for a magic amount of days to get paid out a certain thing, and all they got to do is look at their email and see, well, I made so much Bitcoin today, and then they get the shout from the rooftops and post on Facebook, I made 3% today. I mean, all the power to them. I'm happy for them, but it's not teaching them how to fish for themselves.
Right.
You know, the biggest thing I learned in life, and probably the reason why I was a survivor, You know, my grandpa was the type of fellow, you know, I need to swim. He threw me in. I had to swim, otherwise I drowned. You know,
Right.
I remember when I was a kid, just like the Boy Scouts, they took me out deep into the forest. They gave me, I think, a match, a knife, and a something. You know, and I almost didn't make it back because this kid likes to eat, right? I think I ate everything. I probably ate everything, poisonous stuff. It was rough. But one of the biggest things that I learned from my grandfather and learned from my grandmother when I was growing up is to learn how to fish for yourself. You know, you can gift things, you can do everything in the world for people. What happens if I don't exist? What happens if my company falls? What if that mentor passes? If people don't know how to fish for themselves and they really have no idea how to take care of the family,
That's
they
right.
have no idea to really take part of the freedom that this cryptocurrency space has afforded us. I
Yes.
mean, this is a huge transfer of wealth that's happening. It's probably one of the largest things in the last 150 years where the common man, you know, anybody has a chance to not only just change their life for a little bit or become a millionaire.
That's
You
right.
know, this is a really big, but you're not going to do it by throwing your money into something where you have no control of and you have no understanding of why it's happening or the reason why it's a good opportunity or not a good opportunity. So the greatest success was realizing that we had networkers come in, and after a couple of weeks, you know, going through the education, realized that they really didn't know anything about the crypto space. They were literally, you know, posting hashtag crypto guru, and which again, I love them for it. But the reality is they didn't know anything about a space that they're absolutely in love with. And
Yes.
without an opportunity, they could have never done it on their own. Once you're through the programs that we have, and most likely you won't leave because after you get through your programs, you've got CryptoZ's Slack group that is there to, you know, help open things up, and I'll get to that later.
Right.
But you're able to fish for yourself. You're not dependent on everybody else. You could, with your cell phone or your computer, and a lot of time reading white papers, you could operate in the space. Or for some people, you can just be unbanked. I mean, a
Right.
lot of the folks that are coming in here, they just don't want to be banked. They don't want their money in a bank anymore. They
Yeah.
don't want it in the hands of somebody they don't trust.
That's right.
And I commend them for that. The other part was, will we be able to have enough for pro traders coming in? Obviously, that we want within our ranks, we want some people who are experienced because I'm always here to learn from everybody. I mean, I've never been in a position where, you know, I thought I knew everything. And I mean, in this, I don't. I know the least amount of all the people that I work with in administration. They're absolutely amazing. Networking, maybe I've got them trumped, but the crypto space, I'm a student every day.
Absolutely.
And what I realized was this: we've got pro traders coming in, and their first question is, okay, well, what can we get from there? They looked at our course and they're like, oh, that's amazing, but I needed to know those things and able to operate as a pro trader already. So what is it that you have to offer? And what we do is this: CryptoZ and his team. Again, like I was talking earlier, I don't have 12 hours a day to go through white papers and see what's going, you know, what a company really has. You know, most people don't understand, you know, Bitcoin or crypto or blockchain and where the values come from. It's not just magic pixie dust, and that's where you know, our things with the bots and what that it's not real. What's real is what the blockchain's doing, what these ICOs are backed by, and its function. It's what the functionality they have in there, whether it be banking or helping people administrate or helping people track what they're doing in business.
Right.
The partnership that we have, you know, one of the coins that Z is, you know, invested heavily into, just partnered with BMW. This information of upcoming announcements, upcoming partnerships, and who the owners are, who their partnerships are, why it's dipped, why it was bringing back up. That's the value that we have for our pro traders, and that information is coming out daily. We don't, you know, I've seen other companies out there where they announce, oh, such and such went up 20% last night, and you should hop in now. We're able to you know, suggest what we're doing, and we're getting in before that because we know months ahead of time. Um, and that's probably one of the largest successes I've seen. Seeing people that were much more brilliant in cryptocurrency and way more experience than I have, seeing them come in and be thankful and enjoy and have greater success from using our system.
Right.
So yeah, that's the part that I've loved the most, I guess.
That's good. Now, the
Yeah.
number one question I know that's on everybody's mind: how can we get in Crypto Cash Nation?
Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Well, luckily they know you. Um, well, no, because see, that's one of the most important things too. Even though our team has spent a lot of time building the back end in a way that there's nothing there that say if your leader isn't able to get in touch with you,
Yes.
you're gonna be able to go back in there and figure it out, right? From 2FA to how to onboard, how to open up a rapid funnels app, which is probably one of the craziest tools I've ever seen in my life. Russ has been beautiful enough to go through. Between Russ and Robin, we've got a professional video studio. We spent a lot of money on that, and Russ is putting countless hours into making sure this happened for two reasons. One, because he wanted to make sure that everybody had something good value and something that was professional to watch.
Yes.
Two, again, we've only got 24 hours in a day, and we got thousands of people that want to know how to do it right, and we want to make sure that they have good success. So there's that for everything. So anybody wanting to come in for right now, get a hold of you. I mean, it's very simple. Get them to reach out to you, send them your link.
Yes.
And we've got a couple of different options. In the future, we're going to have a credit card service where people will be able to buy in straight through the credit card. We're working on that, but right now I kind of like it the way it's set up because I want people to learn. I know you had anxiety about it to begin with. You're like, oh, bro, how am I going to do this? And I got to get this started. And I was like, that's what we're teaching, brother.
Yeah.
That's what we're teaching.
That's right.
We're all used to being lazy.
Right.
We've got companies that taught us to be lazy because if we don't ask questions, when we don't know how they're getting us, we want you to know the ins and outs. We want you to question. I'm hoping someday one of our students is going to go, hey, I think we can improve Crypto Cash Nation by doing this. And it was because of something they learned. See, this is one of the things you got to remember too. All of the administrators are owners, but all of our administrators that built it, that are watching the company, we're all builders. We're all builders. We're not somebody sitting up on a throne somewhere that figures that we're above advice or we're evolving. We're here to learn from you just as much. The only thing we wanted to do was build a company that was safe, something that we could all operate in. So right now, the way that people are going to go about it is they grab the link, they're going to sign up. Don't choose free. If you want to, if you're in a situation where you want to learn something about cryptocurrency, and you don't have money today, then you join for free. Most of us are going to be able to have the 15 or the 49 to come in. Now, sign up, get a hold of the person that's brought you in. That's going to be you. And if you've got Bitcoin, you're going to be able to transfer Bitcoin directly from your Bitcoin wallet into your CCN wallet. We've created our own individual CCN wallets. They're not ours, they're yours. You will own them. You're the only person that's going to have access to them. One of the things that's unique about them is you can transfer money from CCN wallet to CCN wallet for free, and it's instant. Our Bitcoin wallets can't even do that. We've got something very unique there. So what that means is this: if somebody's onboarding and they don't have Bitcoin, as long as they're able to talk to their community partner that brought them in, that person can help fund them and just send them a PayPal. Send them an e-transfer if you got that in the States.
Like I did Derek Brown last night. It was real simple.
And that was the thing. I remember you going, oh no, he's going to make me do this live with my new guy that I just brought on.
Yeah, I was intimidated a little bit. And that was the beautiful thing about it is that I really didn't know. And my fear stopped me from getting with Thomas weeks ago. I supposed to did this weeks ago. But he shut me down yesterday and said, you know what, bro? You're going to do this right now. And it was really simple. And I really thank you for really walking me through that process last night, bro.
To be honest, I got to thank you for probably pinpointing out one of the most important things about our company. Again, going back to why we started this, I knew nothing. And I mean, I still know enough to survive without the training wheels that I have with CryptoZ and his team, without Russ sitting there tirelessly answering my same question 100 times. I wouldn't be able to effectively operate in the crypto space myself. I wouldn't. I'm too busy with the things that I do. Again, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a leader in multiple MLMs. I've got 3 brick and mortar businesses. And beyond that, I think even if it was my only thing, it would probably take me a year to catch up to all the things that I have right at hand.
Right.
So I'm exactly the exact example of somebody that is absolutely anxious about the situation, that would have held back from this,
Right.
and because I had these people to hold my hand, because I had them there to go over it with me step by step, I was able to not only have comfort but have great success. So that's the biggest thing that we need to get through to folks. There's going to be so many people that you're going to talk to, and your friends out there are going to talk to, that have got into the Caribbean's new coin, and they still don't understand how to hold it, when to let
Right.
it go, how to
Right.
get it into market, well, how to go after other coins, and they're going to be scared, so they're just going to hold this, and they've got something of such great value that can change
Right.
their lives, but they don't know what to do with it. That's what Crypto Cash Nation is all about.
That's right.
We're not here to throw out false promises and tell you we're going to get this and that. We're teaching you so you can steer the vehicle yourself, and
Yes.
from there you can hop it on whatever vehicle you want. I just know that we're going to be on the same highway. And give me
That's
a
right.
wave as you go by, brother. I hope that we stay in the same car,
That's
but if
right.
we don't, I still have success because I know that if you hopped in another car and you're driving yourself, I did my job.
That's right.
Crypto Cash Nation's done its job. Our team managed to have success and do what we wanted to do.
Yes.
And that's what's most exciting for me. I guess beyond that, at the same time, I say we're not dependent on that. We are an affiliate program. And that's why a lot of the folks that aren't traders yet are still onboarding in a mass because of the affiliate program that we have. We
Right.
pay out up to 93%. And you got
Wow.
to think about that, up to
Wow.
93%. And most people, again, they're like, oh, that's not possible. Well, it is
Wow.
in one for instance, and that's what we have. When I explained to you again, why did we build Crypto Cash Nation? We didn't build it because we wanted to build a company to go make money. We're already making money in the industry. We wanted to build a company that we could bring our teams to, build our team successfully,
Right.
safely, and be able to keep them there. If you take a look at through the administration, every last one of us is a professional builder. So we built a company that we were going to get paid off our own merits. We don't get paid from the company. None of us take a paycheck from this company.
Right.
None of it. The 7% that's kept is what keeps us open, keeps us compliant, keeps us. We've got an office in Chiang Mai. We've got, believe it or not, this company is still in pre-beta, and we've got customer support. I've been in companies that were 4 years old and they didn't have customer support. We had that to start with. The professional videos that we have, the partnerships that we've made, all of that's within the 7%.
Right.
None of us take a paycheck. We built a company with a comp plan and we said, look, if we're as good as we say we are, and all that we want, and we looked at each other, we said, all that we want is a company that's going to last, so our teams can keep building and build safely, then we shouldn't have to. And we've proven that we don't have to.
Absolutely.
I'm happy and proud to be an administrator, owner of a company that I don't have to profit from that way. I survive off of my own merits. All of our administrators survive off our own merits, and we do very well because of the way that it's set up. I don't know any other company that, to be honest, I don't think it exists, that's able to pay out 93%
That
and
is
survive.
amazing.
We're
That's
Spartans,
amazing.
and a lot of that's because we did all the work ourselves.
Right.
When we say ourselves, I mean pretty much everybody but me. I've got a great imagination. No, I got to be honest. I mean, these
Yeah.
boys are just tireless. They're absolutely amazing.
Hey,
I'm a great builder, and my vision's there. But there's no way that I could keep up. If even I had to type things or program things, we'd still be going in 2022 just trying to get out the first video. So
right.
I'm
Hey, look,
blessed to have the partners I have.
hey, Tom, Russ so excited. He done text the whole paragraph ahead.
Oh, good Lord.
Russ is his part. Russ said, we are teaching people from a fundamental view how to find companies that will likely be the basic of interest 3.0 through blockchain. So we are looking into the best, highest possibilities tokens, ICO, platform ICOs, which pay dividends. In layman terms, we are looking for the future. Coke,
Yeah.
IBM,
Yeah.
Amazon, so and etc. So Russ is giving us the fundamentals about the principle. He said, look into the KBC, the Karatbars coin, the Karatbank coin, as our first baby steps into a monster market into the future. So
Yes.
learn what is going on so you over time can continue to grow your crypto portfolio. That's what I love about it too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Absolutely.
exactly, and I'm not sure if you've been keeping eyes on it, but they just moved $500,000. I think it was just yesterday. Things are picking up there, right? I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, Russ. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was $500,000 just pumped up yesterday. So things are starting to go. Remember when I was talking about liquidity? It's starting to happen. You know, people are understanding. They heard about your bank. Everybody understands gold. If they don't, get out there and figure it out. It's very important. So finding a coin that's backed by gold. I mean, you can't beat that.
Right.
From there on, I mean, it's up to you guys. It's up to us that's a part of that company. It's up to that owner to make it have success. Gold back alone is not going to give it success, but it's got everything it needs to have massive success. And that's all that we can ever ask for. Um,
Uh-oh, somebody must have called him, y'all. You know every time somebody calls his phone. Oh, uh-oh, here you go. Be back.
Case scenario, or for best case scenario, is an educated guess. We don't have a crystal ball. There is no crystal ball in
No one
cryptocurrency.
does. No
You
one
know,
does.
we never ever know. That being said, there's a big difference between hopping into a market with complete ignorance and just going with what you read on the internet, and what your friend did, as opposed to having people that are spending tireless hours looking at the owners, the team,
Yes.
the partnerships, and the upcoming events. Because again, all coins are going to have a rise and fall. Where the
Yes.
magic is finding out when they get in and when they get out. You know,
Absolutely.
even the best opportunity out there, it's not a profit until you've got out successfully. You know, and for the
Exactly.
same reason, and all your Bitcoin hodlers out there, remember this: it's not a loss unless you sell when it's low. I got so many friends right now that invested heavily when Bitcoin was going up. I think they bought at 10, and they were so excited when I went up to 25,000 in Christmas, and then they held, and good on them because they should have. But right now you're seeing like $6,000, and they're like, oh my God, I've lost so much money, and I've lost so much. No, 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 you haven't. You haven't lost any money yet because you're holding. The
Exactly.
only way that you're losing.
Oh, you froze up. You got to repeat what you just said. Cause hold up, hey Tom, not to cut you off, brother, but
I
it froze
apologize.
up. I need you
People
to
keep blowing up.
reiterate what you just said. You said, "Oh, you didn't lose, but then you froze." Go ahead.
I apologize. People keep phoning. You didn't lose, and as long as you hold, that Bitcoin, as long as you hold that Ethereum, that Tron, the Kirkland, if you hold those until it goes back up, you haven't lost anything. The only
Gotcha.
time that you hold is, and this is what's happening right now. One of the most important things, everybody's like, oh my Lord, you're opening up a crypto educational company in this terrible bearish market. Everybody was excited in December because Bitcoin was on this huge rise, and right now all of the cryptos are down. I said, yeah, that's when everybody needs us the most. Right now is when everybody needs us the most, because if they learn now, then they're going to be able to execute and have success when it drives up. We're still
Exactly.
making money. Instead
Exactly.
of hopping into 100 different ICOs and 100 different opportunities and botting out or red signaling out like a lot of folks, buying and trading and being stuck to your computer. Our group has really only taken 3 trades in the last 2.5 months, but we're up on them
Wow.
all. 900% on one, 30 and 40 on the other two. And why? Because we're taking a look at the things that have function. Even in a bearish market, there's going to be certain opportunities that are going to have um, a partnership coming up, or they're going to have an undeniable um, mechanism, something that's needed in society today. So it doesn't matter where the markets are, people are going to see the value and it's going to go up.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's the value in what we're teaching. Right now, everybody needs to learn. They need to learn in order to ever be able to make money in the space right now. More importantly, they need to be ready for what's to come. This paradigm shift is here now, but it's about to start running in the next 6, 7 months. The
Right.
only thing that's happened right now, and this is what I was alluding to earlier, was the last shake of the tree. You know, and again, I'm no crypto expert, I'm no guru, but I know psychology, and I've watched the markets before, and I understand what I would do if I was a terrible billionaire or multi-billionaire human being that only cared about myself. If there was a commodity, if there was a product, if there was something out there that there's only so much of, and other people held some of it, what do? I'm going to drive that price down. I'm going to sell a whole bunch of mine. No one can buy it back again. But I'm going to sell so much of mine that I'm going to drive the market down, that those poor folks, you know, that are just trying to feed their family, that are just trying to make it out to maybe buy their first car or have a house, that they're going to get scared going, oh my God, I've just messed up for my family. I just let my family down. So what do? They get scared. The tree gets shook and they stop hodling. They start selling. They start dumping. They start dumping because they're afraid they're going to lose everything. Right. Then these folks scoop back up everything. It pumps up and off we go. And that's what's about to happen over the 6 months, from what I can see and what I believe. And I think that anybody that's been studying the markets is going to agree. Right. So what's the most important thing for us right now? Figuring out what education. I know education, because we want to figure out the simple things like what we went through yesterday. I mean, those were just, one of 10 steps that we're going to need to know to get you doing what we're going to teach you. Again, we're not an opportunity where we take your money. We're not taking your money. We're not into taking your money. We want to teach you to take your money and put it on Poloniex, on Binance, on KuCoin, and invest in your own self, in your own coins, in your own future, and have the psychology how to hold and to sell when you need to. So that's where the importance is for that. Back to the affiliate program. So again, I apologize for speaking about profit and money, but a lot of us are here for that, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of us are here for that. I mean, that's why I got into network marketing. I was a product-based guy because I'd been very healthy for most of my life. I found some products out there. I mean, obviously, eating and working out is the best way, but if you got something that can help, product. So I got into product-based. I wanted to help my family, and I wanted to have solid investments that nobody else can touch. So cryptocurrency. But in so, I realized what better way to be able to help other people and still be able to profit myself? Affiliate programs.
Right.
So if you look at most companies out there, most of them will have a 150-day hold on your money, or you get paid once a month, once a week.
Right.
One of the things that's unique about us, and we did this for multiple reasons, but we pay instantly. The minute that your new community member comes in, you get paid. You get paid whatever percentage match instantly, absolutely instantly.
Wow.
And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, a lot of people are coming into this space right now. They need it. They don't have a wait till Friday. They onboarded into something and they're hoping.
That's true. That's true.
And unlike investments in the cryptocurrency, investing into an opportunity with an affiliate program, if you can count on that, then you can actually count on it. I know I've got 10 people that want to learn too. I know that X amount of dollars will come from that. So the only thing that's missing is getting paid right now. So that's what we did. We decided that we were going to pay instantly.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
I thought it was, and I'm excited about it. People have loved it. The second part is this. We pay in Bitcoin. We realized that a lot of the companies out there fell in the last year because they didn't realize that Bitcoin was such a volatile market. It could go up, it could go down, it could go up, go down. Well, by paying instantly and off the normal market, we're not in a position where, today we owed you.
Somebody must have called my man again. Okay. You there? Hold up, Thomas. You froze on me. Thomas, another administrator, Russville, said, we realized that 98% of people don't have the risk cap to start. So our SLS system, one level affiliate program, you can clear that and put it in your wallet at any time and pull out your money. Notice what he just said. This is an amazing opportunity. I want him to, Russ, if you want to, you can come and explain that real quick because you've been commenting all day. Just let me see, Russ. Let me see if I can bring you in, Russ. Let me see. Russ, add yourself to come on in. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can bring Russ in real quick because I don't know what happened to Thomas. Russ, see if you can accept my invitation to come on in. This is another administrator / owner of Crypto Cash Nation. See if you can come on in real quick, Russ. Because I don't know what happened to Thomas' phone. It says adding, y'all. But listen, it's a phenomenal opportunity. And just last night, me and Mr. Derek Brown, we literally were learning. I'm talking about hands on. It was a come on back in, Thomas. I thought you had dropped off. Okay, here we go. Thomas coming back in there. Okay, bring him on. Why I say that? Hold on. There we go. Okay.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing,
hey, how
man?
you doing, man?
I'm good.
I'm in the studio. I'm in the studio right now. I got the green
I
screen
see.
behind
Look,
me.
I see your green
Woo!
screen, huh?
Man, if I knew how to do this live, I'd have like a lion or a triceratops coming to get me and go, "Oh my God, that's the market! You better run towards it!" Woo!
Listen.
I have fun. Just so you know, I'm Russ. I'm an administrator. I have fun,
Yes.
and I look a bit like a dog's breakfast this morning. I've been sick all night, but I had to get up and do some editing. And Crypto Z's on the phone at like 6 in the morning. Hey, you ready to go today? So he's all up in the, he's up in that. So,
Yeah.
but he's putting lots of stuff in the Slack room. We had a great co-op meeting last night where he just went and talked. Just about the cycles in the market, and we're going to do that on Saturday again. You guys are really going to enjoy that because it was phenomenal. Everyone just like, wow, that's amazing information. So, just so you guys know, saying, 4 out of the 5 administrators of the co-op. Just so you guys know, a co-op is governed differently than the typical business that everybody's used to running from home. I've been very fortunate and blessed. People know me as the dad entrepreneur. I've been home for, I don't know, 20 years now. So I built, hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, about 100 people making 6-digit incomes.
Yes.
And I've been very blessed by having great mentors in this industry. And when I got into crypto, because I come from the Forex side as well, and, Z and I got into that, man, we just blew up. But the time frame to train people was massive. It was 3 to 4 hours to get people where you're at kind of right now, right? And you got hundreds of people calling you every day because they figure out that you're doing well. It's tough. And so when this all came together, it was really a blessing to us because we had a place to put the information we were giving everybody in one secure spot where it was filtered, because you can go on the internet, you can see a million different free courses and stuff, which is great. But the thing is who do you listen to and how do you listen to and which one you're going to pick? And, we had already gone through that. So we just put it in one spot. And then our goal was to pick the highest probability tokens based on, let's find the Coca-Colas and the Amazons, because no one else is teaching that. Everyone else, what they're doing is they're teaching people how to get into the market and how to press play, or trade. And if you lack the self-discipline and the confidence and the understanding in the money market and the money management to be able to do that, you're going to get slaughtered in the volatile market. And we know that because we built a $20 million Forex company. So we were those guys educating people in that way before. And we realized, looking at Forex and seeing crypto, that, we needed to make a change as educators.
Absolutely.
So by hooking up with Lightspeed, which is one of the top, educational companies out there for the distribution of a university style product, we work with Brad Lee, who works with, Tony Robbins and all those guys. And we put that together, and man, we're so excited because every course now, when people go through, you don't only, take the chapter, but you get tested on the chapter.
Wow.
Which is really cool, right? So you're sitting there, you're getting tested on the chapter, and then that allows you to go to the next chapter. And at the end of it, you get a beautiful certificate that basically says, hey, you've been through this course that you can share online. And then what we wanted to do is we wanted to gamify our trading. So in the higher courses, in basic and premium, specifically premium, we wanted to create an opportunity so that we actually are taking 8% of the $49 per week that people are paying for their education, and we're putting that towards a demo account.
Wow.
So you can imagine having 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 people trading, and that's, equaling 4,000 or 15,000 or 40,000 a week. You imagine what Facebook's going to do. We have 10,000 people in our premium, and all of a sudden you're sitting there going, holy crap, this is amazing. These guys are giving away cars every week just for people trading the demo account. Because we realize that if you look at the trends today, you have to have a cell phone. It has to be a mobile app, and it has to be something that is gamified. because that's what people do. Like when you're not, when you're not watching TV or doing something or talking to someone on the phone, what are you doing? You're playing a game on your phone. Everybody does it. So we wanted to make sure that the trading was gamified. And then, of course, we went back into the other side of it. We said, okay, now we've got all this great education for people. How do we get people engaged in such a way where they can take their risk capital into the market? And that's where the SLS came in. And the Synergy Loop system is awesome because we pay out up to 93.3%.
Synergy Loop system, correct?
Yeah, we call it the Synergy Loop system. And so what it is, it's more of a community-based one-level affiliate system. So those people who are coming into this, we realize there's different types of people, right? There's people like us who, got hammered in the crypto market with joining a whole bunch of different companies that we probably shouldn't have joined. And that was a learning lesson for everybody, right? We learned what we shouldn't do in the first year. So that's number one. And there's a lot of people in that position. And there's the other people who are like yourself who, you have a large organization in another company or two, and you're sitting there going, man, I'd love to be in this market, but I just don't know what to put people in because I don't want people or myself to lose our capital.
Right.
So you're sitting there going, and then you don't want to lose your paycheck either. We were very cognizant of that when we put it together, because you know how sometimes companies can be a little bit,
right.
a little bit SS on you, right? So we're just kind of sitting there going, because we've all been there before.
That's right.
And so we wanted to create something out of abundance. So we said, if we have a one-level affiliate system that pays instantly, then what we can do is for the people which is probably 95 to 98% of people who don't have the risk capital to actually make the trades, we can actually teach them to just share this and enroll with some people, right, and put them in a position that they can win. Right. And they can win instantly. And the worst thing that's going to happen is, like, if you do this and for whatever reason it doesn't work out, you've lost $15 or $49. It's not like you put thousands of dollars. Exactly. There's no front end load in this, right? Which is basically prevalent throughout the whole industry. We didn't want to have a front end load type system. So, and that's the reason why we do everything weekly and we pay out instantly, because we didn't want to have that front end load system. Right.
That's great.
So it's a little bit disruptive, right? It's actually quite disruptive. So when you take a look at the SLS, it's very, very simple. Number one is you got to think of a global opportunity. So there's 100 million people coming into crypto who are going to want to learn in the next 2 years as the halving in May 2020 comes into Bitcoin, right? That's going to happen.
Right.
And it's a date you really got to kind of write down and understand that everything is going to significantly change in the next 2 years. Knowing that, we wanted to make sure that there's people in Africa and Southeast Asia, in parts of the, in the Middle East and in Eastern Europe that are the unbanked. They're the people who don't trust their government and they don't trust their banks, and they already love Bitcoin. And even though they don't necessarily have the lifestyles that we enjoy here in North America, we won the lottery, guys. Like every one of us who's sitting here in North America or Western Europe, we won the bloody world lottery for growing up where we grew up. That's just it. We got very fortunate and blessed to grow up in a place that we can go out and seek our dreams and go and fight for it and create something for ourselves. And there's a lot of people out there who don't necessarily have that opportunity. So from a social conscience point of view, the greatest thing about Crypto Cash Nation, the SLS, is that, we allow an opportunity that those people who have a smartphone and some gumption, they can come in for free. And just by adding 3 people who are either basic or
premium,
premium, they're going to be put in a position where $5 is going to go through, into their own wallet. And once they get 3 people in, they're going to be backdoored into the whole system.
That's amazing.
So now so you think about all of those people in Africa, they're coming out of wherever they live, and they got these smartphones. Like, they didn't have to do all the stuff we had to do and all the technology we had to go through to just even get to our iPhone 10s. They're going to the store and buying one, and they're ready to go. So you think about how big that's going to be, and what is the social equivalent of that when you think about all of the immigration challenges that are happening in the world, the brain drains, and a lot of that is due to the fact that people in their countries don't have the financial ability to be in a position to make ends meet for their family, and that's why they leave, right? And the challenge is there's this massive immigrative brain drain where the best of the best are leaving all of these countries to never come back. And I don't think those people don't ever necessarily want to come back. I think they get used to where they're going. And man, if we have an opportunity here with respect to Crypto Cash Nation to allow those people to make Bitcoin instantly, to be able to grow with Bitcoin,
Right.
and to be able to bless the people around them, then the likelihood is if we can change their financial situation now over the next couple of years, we can actually have a dramatic effect on immigration and keep the
Absolutely.
people where they live so that they can teach their people. And now the brains of the country aren't leaving to go to another country. They're staying there because they've finally got an opportunity that's inclusive for them.
Wow. Look
So
how massive that range is
yeah,
with Crypto Cash
it's
Nation. Yeah.
man, I'm like we really sat down from a strategic point of view, the five of us, and thought, all of the different things. We've all built massive organizations, Damon, and the thing for me that I would just get so cheesed off about all the time is the fact that I build these 40, 50,000 person teams, and then the CEOs or the people who are the higher ups, they'd make terrible decisions, and I'd be sitting there kind of with my pants down near my ankles going, what do I do now? Now I got to build it again. I'm like, I'm getting too old to do this. Like, how many times do I have to do this, right?
Right.
And the greatest thing about what we've got here is that because of the governance of Crypto Cash Nation is a collaborative co-op. So Thomas, myself, JC, Simon, and Zoltan, we're owners just like you now, because you're a paid customer.
Right.
You're an owner just like us in the co-op. All of us are owners of the co-op. We all have a share and a stay in a co-op, just like a credit union.
Right.
Now, the little bit of difference between Thomas and myself, let's say, and the rest of the people in the co-op is that we were hired by the co-ops to be able to administer the sales, marketing, and administration of it. So we would simply be called, we own the company that administers the co-op, right? So that's the difference, and that's kind of how it all weighs out. But at the end of the day, you and I and Thomas, we're just owners in the co-op together. So our goal is to create something that all of us have an opportunity to grow in. So first of all, our goal was, how do we allow all of these people from a social construct to be able to join us and be able to win instantly? Yes. Number two is, how do you keep people in a program over a long period of time? There's only one way, and that's for their commissions, for it to be simple enough for their commissions to always pay for their entry. And so from an administrative point of view, what we did is we went in and we made sure that the very first two people who you have paying, whether it's basic or premium, you're always going to be able to have enough money to pay for the next week. So then you don't have the anxiety and stuff like that, right? Where, oh my God, I got to pay per week. Well, you don't have to worry about that if you just put two people in. So if you put two people in, what's going to happen is because they're paying, your commissions are always going to pay you a little bit of extra Bitcoin, but it's always going to pay your fee.
That's beautiful.
Right? And we know in the home-based business industry that the average person puts in 2.9 people. So we're actually about 60% of what people are expected to do in the industry. Right. So we designed it like that. It was strategically made to do that. And then what we did is we said, well, what if we wanted to have people have a 20% override, but be in a position on the people that they put in their first generation to make a 20% override to infinity? How would that work? That would be really cool, even as a one-level affiliate program. So what we did is we said, well, if you get 4, so if you get 2, your stuff's paid for. If you get a couple more people, then you got a 20% override on the personals that either you placed on your front row or someone above you placed on your front row.
Right.
So now you're in a position where it's like, okay, well, that's pretty cool. So now what happens with 4, and if you teach 4, so the Rosetta Stone or the cornerstone or the the whatever you want to call it, the foundation of our whole business is, if you get 4 and you help each of those 4 get 4, what you've done for yourself is from a width point of view and from a depth point of view, you've secured yourself to basically never have to pay a fee again.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically only a one-time out-of-pocket situation. Right. That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
And then the next levels just get 3, and you got a 40% override. And for those guys like you who like to share this with a lot of people because you have a large influence or you're just hungry or whatever it is, if you get 3 more, then you have a share in a 1% quarterly bonus that we have for the co-op, for the co-op's profit.
Right. So
when you look at our compensation plan, paying out instantly, paying out 93%, all of the caveats, you notice we're not going, okay, Damon, well, if you want to earn a 20% override, you know, you have to be at the $49 level, not the $15 level, or you have to do this much. You have to do this much volume. You have to make these two people do this much volume in their groups, and you got to do this and this and this and this. All of the caveats that create that slippery slope of compensation plans in the home-based business industry. When we put this together, we eliminated it all. And we said, how do we create something that not only can we succeed, because remember, we're all, like Thomas said, we're on the same boat that you guys. We have to build this to get paid.
Yes.
And number two, hence the 93% payout, right? and number two, how do we put this in a position that we can help all of our people win, because we don't have to make them do, you know, extraneous things or a whole bunch of caveats to going from, you know, level to level to level. So our levels are simply get your stuff for free, go silver to get 20% override, go gold to get a 40% override, and get a piece of the company by going platinum, which is 10. So it's 2, 4, 7, and 10. That's it.
Thank you. That's just real simple.
It's really that simple, man. That's our whole comp plan.
Yeah.
That's it, right? So everything's on the website. So if people go to your website, they check it out, they can watch the video. Step 1 is about the co-op. Step 2 is about the product offering. Step 3 is, you know, I go through the 30 pages of, you know, every single aspect of the compensation plan for you guys. On the opportunity page is a 35-minute thing putting it together. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have information overviews that you guys can come to if you want. So we've done everything. When you think about Crypto Cash Nation and pre-launch today, what you're looking at is you're looking at the dreams of 5 people who've worked their butts off. I almost said it. They've worked their butts off in this industry for 20 to 40 years. They've built huge organizations and created an incredible amount of wealth. Yes. But it was always at some point torn away. And the greatest thing about what we've put together and what our legacy is going to be is people in 2 years are going to go, they're going to go, that Crypto Cash Nation co-op, they did the right thing at the right time in the right market, and they blessed a lot of people, and when you take a look at our Synergy Loop calculator, which you've had a chance to in the back office, and you start messing with things, remember, there's no buy-in. So when you have 1,500 people in your group and you're making $30,000 a month, that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world today. Right? It just doesn't. Unless there's a $5,000 or a $10,000 buy-in. And we're getting away from all that stuff. Right? We've been there, done that. We don't want to do that anymore.
Definitely. So, exactly. Russ, I really want to thank you for coming in. I need my hat, Russ. I need my I need my Crypto Cash Nation hat. Thomas said he's going to send it to me. He ain't sent it to me yet.
Oh, he's terrible. He'll get you one.
Yeah, he'll get one. But I want to thank you and thank my man Thomas for coming in. I want Thomas to come back in to close us out, Russ. I'm going to be getting back with you, big guy, after this live, okay?
No problem.
Thank you, Russ.
Sounds good, guys.
All right, Thomas,
welcome aboard.
In, Thomas. I need you to close us out, brother. Let me see if I can add Thomas. Come on, close us back out. Because I know his partner came in. Hey, Thomas, come back in. How you did it last time. I don't know how you did it last time. But it's not letting me. Okay, there you go. See, I knew it, y'all. Bam. There we go. Come on, close us out, big guy. There we go.
So, I think now after the last 10 minutes of speaking with Russ, you can understand where my confidence came from. Not only entering the market, but being able to put my name on a co-op and an opportunity that I was going to put out there to the world. The rest of the team, just like Russ, they're absolutely brilliant. They're endlessly humble. Like myself, they're there to take a call or do a Zoom, as you've seen, as our good friend Bryce last week, that's kept us busy for endless hours since he got the opportunity going. But there's a reason why I have confidence in this. There's a reason why I'm unapologetically reaching out to every single person I know. I know now for a fact that we've built a monster. It will work for everybody. I tell you guys, 100%, if it works for me, it doesn't matter where you're at with tech or where you're at with crypto or where you're at. If you're a person like myself and maybe my brother Damon here that's only built off a cell phone and really spent no time behind a computer, we built a company that's going to teach you to do all these things. And there's no smoke. There's no big shine. We're not Carney Barkers. We're not out there promising anything. We've delivered everything. And if you take the time, and one of the things, I don't know if we managed to get into rapid funnels. I think we're going to share something like that with maybe a video with you on Thursday, Damon.
Okay.
We've done everything we could to find every tool, build every video to make sure that absolutely everybody can have success. No matter what, every person can learn this from whatever level.
Okay.
And if you're one of those top trader guys out there and you're wondering, come take a dip, you know, come join our Slack room, see what we got for you. You're gonna be happy. So I don't know. I'm forever blessed to have met you. I'm really excited of getting the chance to finally work with you. You know, it's funny when you meet people in life, and I mean, obviously as networkers, it's always that dance to figure out, you know, how we're gonna get somewhere in life. And I knew the first time I talked to you, I would have loved to just follow you for a lifetime and enjoy just watching your growth wherever you were.
Likewise.
So I'm blessed and honored to have a chance to work with you, because you're here for the right reasons. Yes. Every question you've ever asked was about how to make things better. It wasn't about how do I make more money? How do I help everybody else do better, learn more? Yeah. And in the end, you're going to see that's what this was built for. The money comes. Money is a natural thing to come when you do things right, when you help things, when you really want to help people and you want to teach them the right way. And I've been blessed enough to see that over the last couple of months. I really hope to be able to see that with you and your team in the next little bit here. I'm excited to see what comes.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time, brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Have a good day now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I went over time. I don't usually be this long, but I had two phenomenal men that with Crypto Cash Nation that I had to give them the time to explain the platform, because now that Karatbars has went into the cryptocurrency world, we have to learn. So I know people have invested hundreds of thousands, you know, even a million. Literally, a man on my team from Dubai, one of the prince, he bought $1 million worth of cryptocurrency from Karatbars. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm letting y'all know that we have to learn now that we've invested our money, or even the people that haven't invested their money yet, but they want to. So now we have a platform, Crypto Cash Nation. Get with me. My phone number is up there. I'm gonna leave my link up there to get you guys in position. Remember, they have a way where it's a minimum amount of money for a large amount of information. So, ladies and gentlemen, get back with me. Contact me directly. Thank y'all. I'm sorry for going so long, but I had to get this information out there. Peace. Or get back with the person who shared my video with you, because I know a lot of my team members might share this video with somebody after they join Crypto Cash Nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, if they send it to you, get back with them as well. Thank you.